Welcome to Piano Phonics, the result of my enthusiasm for teaching piano students of all levels and ages for over 40 years. I'm Carolyn Inabene from Phoenix, Arizona, where I've taught piano and owned and operated a music school since 1974. My love for curriculum design and instructional technology has resulted in out-of-the-box teaching options beyond the method book, now updated and online. We have two groups of products based on student age: Prelude options for younger students pre-K through grade 3, and Overture options for older students and even adult learners, plus curriculum integration with 10 technical movements from Intro to Piano. Piano Phonics offers two products, one old and one new. Toolboxes are reproducible curriculum downloads for beginning students. We're very excited about our newest development, Boom Learning Cards, gamified online activities. Zoom with Boom for interactive fun, and stay tuned to learn how to receive a free deck at the close of this presentation. We're going to take a look at our newest edition as well as some new perspectives in teaching music theory. Boom Learning Cards in the Piano Phonics library are available for all platforms, including tablets. They're created by teachers and used by educators, parents, and students worldwide, available in 6 languages. They are sets of interactive digital learning cards focusing on a single concept. These cards are self-grading and provide immediate feedback. Teachers can pick and choose sets based on what topics need reinforcing. Several sets can be bundled for special pricing. These interactive cards can be used in lessons, labs, or home assignments. The teacher simply purchases the license and students can use the cards for free. The Piano Phonics library has 3 levels of difficulty. For the younger set, Prelude activities with Ziggy and Mousy, and for the older students, 2 options: Fundamentals for beginning students and Foundations for intermediate students. Ziggy and Mousy will introduce us to our Prelude keyboard geography bundle that contains 6 decks. You can purchase individual decks or a set. Let's take a trip to the Boom store at boomlearning.com to locate the Piano Phonics library and navigate the store. The store icon is at the top. Down to the right is Authors, and over to the left, type in the search field Piano Phonics and click on my image. You are now in the Piano Phonics section of the Boom store. Look to the left under Topics. The Piano Phonics library is organized by Prelude, Overture, Bundles, and Decks. Click on Prelude Bundles, and we click on Keyboard Geography. We arrive on a page that has a content description as well as links to individual decks in a bundle. At the top of the page beside the deck image is listed how many cards are in the deck and the suggested grade level. Click on the full-size preview to explore the first 4 cards in any deck. A navigation page offers instructions for play, and we're in the process of creating audio instructions for younger non-reading students. Click Mousy to check your answer and move to the next card. Mousy has moved us to a free downloadable PDF. Take note of the 5 C's that Piano Phonics calls guide notes. Drag Ziggy to the correct note, middle C, on the keyboard with a mouse or a finger and check the answer with Mousy. Drag Ziggy to an incorrect note, not bass C, and he is immediate feedback by flying back to his safe box. He sticks like glue on bass C, and we check. When an entire deck is completed, a score appears at the end. Let's return to our presentation and check out Overture Boom decks for beginning fundamentals and intermediate foundations. Beginning fundamentals is where we're going to start with our investigation. We have 6 categories of theory topics, including directional reading, guide notes, enharmonics, and pentascales and triads, major and minor bundles. Pentascales are the logical place for beginning piano instruction, since the piano has half steps and whole steps, and students have 5 fingers, and a triad is always present within these 5 fingers and notes. This is best illustrated with a theory triangle. The base of our triangle is that familiar 5-note position that is the home of a triad. This theory triangle illustrates all of the fundamental theory concepts that Piano Phonics Boom Library supports with interactive, self-checking activities. What can be taught within the structure of 5 fingers and 5 notes? Let me introduce 5-finger position theory for students of all ages from the beginning. The tonic is the first note and the dominant is the 5th note on the keyboard and also in our pentascale hand. I suggest theory can be taught before reading skills are in place. Boom Learning Cards offers 3 formats for different student levels. For non-readers, keyboard geography, dragging letters to a keyboard, and alphabet theory, spelling with letters. And of course, with notation for those who are reading. Let's investigate some boom decks that contain theory activities to support five-finger theory position. Tonic and dominant notes create the circle of fifths. These 2 notes are easily visible on a circle without any key signatures. Let's take a look at a Pianophonics Circle of Fifths intro without key signatures, a perfect introduction to a primary structure in music theory when students know all of their pentascales. We're going to drag a letter to a blue circle. G is a fifth above C, D is a fifth above G, etc. These 2 tones are the foundation for tonic and dominant tetrachords. And you ask, what is a tetrachord? Let's go to Boom, not Google, to find out. A tetrachord is the first 4 notes of a major pentascale, tonic, whole, whole, half. Let's drag and drop letters to the correct key. This boom deck is a before notation activity with alphabet theory, keyboard spelling. Understanding basic concepts in theory is not always dependent on reading notation. We also have tetrachord decks with notation. Overlapping tetrachords create major scales, as our boom deck illustrates, with tetrachord chains. Notice the green tetrachord chain at the top. The C tonic tetrachord and the G dominant tetrachord overlap to create the C scale. The G tonic tetrachord and the D dominant tetrachord overlap to create a G scale, and we produce a sharp. These tetrachord chains show the evolution of sharps and flats. Pianophonics offers 8 progressive decks for drilling the order of sharps or flats. Deck 1 with shadow accidentals, and ending with deck 4 with no help. Overlapping tetrachords not only show the origin of scales, but also the origin of key signatures. Let's move into intermediate foundations to complete the remaining elements in the theory triangle with 3 bundles of elements and concepts. Bundle 1, the circle of fifths and sharps and flats. Bundle 2, tetrachords and thirds. And bundle 3, major scale construction with overlapping tonic and dominant tetrachords. The building blocks in these elements and concepts decks provide activities to reinforce theoretical understanding in intermediate foundations. We'll say goodbye to our theory triangle. Students are now prepared for key signatures, scales and modes, and chords. Let's take a look at scales and modes in the Pianophonics Boom library. These decks are grouped by keys. The C deck is a teaching deck for construction of 5 scales: natural minor, harmonic minor, mixed Lydian, Dorian, and melodic minor, by altering those major scales that were created by tonic and dominant tetrachords. A help card is always available for any scale by clicking on the question mark icon with a reference chart that explains how the scale is altered from the major scale. And a yellow emoji is a skip card feature for the frustrated student, and it allows skipping a card. Let's say farewell to Boom and a quick hello to Toolboxes in this presentation today. Toolboxes are designed for piano instruction with reproducible downloads and supplemental materials for beginners of all ages. Please take time to visit the Pianophonics website. A Toolbox video will introduce you to the piano wheel in our 16 digital downloads for ages 4 to 94. Enhance your beginning piano instruction with supplemental materials and 4 skill sets common to all method books. These materials are also integrated with Entrada Piano Technique. I hope that you have enjoyed Pianophonics online and in-studio options as we close today, beyond the method book, with Boom learning cards, and feel free to investigate Pianophonics at Toolboxes at pianophonics.com. Oh yes, our freebie. Don't forget to email info@pianophonics.com to receive a link for your boom deck. 3 closing remarks. We will have a virtual exhibit at NCKP in July. Our plans are to create boom video tutorials on the Pianophonics YouTube channel. We also hope to host online Zoom with Boom events. Let us know if you're interested when you claim your free boom deck. And be sure to click on your conference book link to explore boom decks in their entirety for the next 14 days. Better than 4 cards. Thank you for joining us today with our new perspectives and products. Have fun toolboxing and booming.